I am currently shooting at a local supermarket. A Pringles this size costs roughly 7,500 Congolese francs, or about $3. Compared to the lives of the poor in the Congo, this is a very high price. This area is soap. It is 7,350 Congolese francs, so roughly $3. The box of this soap says, White Lady. In Africa, in recent years, more and more people seem to believe that whitening the skin is the way to become beautiful.
Eastern Congo is said to have a dual economy. That is, there are only rich people or poor people. Honey also costs $7 for a 500 milliliter serving size. $7 or $8 is the same as a month's income for people living in rural Congo. Congo is sometimes called a microcosm of the world.
The Democratic Republic of Congo, located in the center of the African continent. It is the second largest country in Africa, with an area about 4 times the size of France. Blessed with vast nature and abundant natural resources, Congo has suffered from poverty and conflict. Since 1998, the conflict in Eastern Congo has claimed more than 6 million victims. Various armed groups emerged during the conflict and continue to operate to this day. It is estimated that there are more than 100 armed groups in Eastern Congo. My Japanese channel has often covered Congo's history and conflicts. Some of these videos have been viewed hundreds of thousands of times. However, I had never set foot in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The most major reason for this is the lack of safety. The eastern part of the DRC is one of the areas where security is at the worst level in the world. In September 2023, I was finally able to travel to Eastern Congo and finally set foot in the region. In this video, I accompany Terra Renaissance, a Japanese aid organization, and report on the actual situation in the Eastern Congo. This video was originally produced in Japanese. An English voiceover was added later. Good morning, this is Kanta. I am currently staying in Bukavu, the capital of South Kivu Province in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of Congo. What you see behind me now is a very large lake called Lake Kivu. The hotel where I am staying is right on the shore of Lake Kivu. When I woke up in the morning, I had a very nice view and felt very refreshed. However, South Kivu Province, where I am now, is also a dangerous area where the Japanese government has issued an evacuation advisory. In Bukavu, there are no armed clashes going on right now, but on the other hand, there are a lot of people and crimes such as robberies and thefts are frequent. The number of foreigners is also very small here, so Asians like me stand out in the town. Today, I will stay in Bukavu for a day and take videos of the city of Bukavu. Let's keep up the good work today. Actually, it is now 4:52 in the evening. I spent the whole morning and evening at the hotel working on editing the video. After tomorrow, we will be visiting the countryside of South Kivu Province to assist in the fight against malaria. Therefore, we are now going to the center of Bukavu to buy malaria medicine. I am currently shooting at a local supermarket. If you are taking video in Congo, you may be told not to film, or your camera may be confiscated. It is quite difficult to shoot video in Eastern Congo. We are now in a local supermarket, which seems to be a place where probably relatively wealthy people shop. We can see an instant coffee, like Nescafe, which is also sold in Japan and the US. A Pringles this size costs roughly 7,500 Congolese francs, or about $3. Compared to the lives of the poor in the Congo, this is a very high price. I like nuts, so I will buy some nuts for my trip to the rural area starting tomorrow. Mixed nuts. The price of this mixed nut is 2,500 francs, which is about $1. It is more expensive than I expected. In these wealthy supermarkets, the price of nuts is high. This is hazelnut chocolate. This is also $4. The boy I met yesterday had a daily income of $1, so it costs 4 times that. This area is soap. Most of them seem to be imported from the Middle East as they are written in Arabic. In Africa, most of the imports are from the United Arab Emirates or Qatar. It is 7,350 Congolese francs, so roughly $3. This is also expensive. I have noticed that there seem to be a lot of photos of models with white skin. For example, the box of this soap says white lady. In Africa, in recent years, more and more people seem to believe that whitening the skin is the way to become beautiful, and that a woman with white skin is a beautiful woman. Soaps with skin whitening features like this one seem to be popular. This store has a lot of imported goods, isn't it? From what countries are they imported?
For example, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and the rest are imported from the Middle East.
I felt the price was quite high.
It's so expensive. You wouldn't pay $3 for something like this in Japan, would you?
Why is it so expensive? Is it because of the transportation costs?
In addition to transportation costs, fewer people eat it, which makes it more expensive. Eastern Congo is said to have a dual economy. That is, there are only rich people or poor people. Perhaps the rich have more money than the Japanese average. That is why hotels are usually over $100 per night. For example, these chocolates are also very expensive. $4 or $5 chocolates are usually sold. $6 or $7 chocolates are also available. Honey also costs $7 for a 500 milliliter serving size.
Even if the price is this high, the wealthy locals can usually afford it, can't they?
Yes, they can, but the quality is not so good. $7 or $8 is the same as a month's income for people living in rural Congo. Most of the poor live on that kind of income. Because they are farming villages, they are able to feed themselves to some extent or work with relatives to produce food, but their cash income is very limited.
The economy is really distorted. Very poor people and overpriced products for the wealthy.
Congo is sometimes called a microcosm of the world. Globally, there are situations where a few top wealthy people have about half the wealth of the poor, and the same disparity can be seen in Congo. In the world as a whole, the average person like us hardly knows who the few very wealthy people are. But in Congo, there are dozens to hundreds of wealthy people in the same city, and there is a huge difference in life between them and the poor.
Is it only the wealthy who come to these supermarkets?
The wealthy, or the helpers, servants, and staff employed by the wealthy come here. Many Congolese who work for aid agencies are also paid a lot of money, so the helpers, servants, and staff they hire sometimes come here to shop. It is not necessarily true that the people who are here now are wealthy, but the people who are paying the money are the wealthy, the elite, and those who are employed by foreign companies, including some foreign aid agencies. They are quite well paid, usually $2,000 to $2,500 per month. But in terms of the Congo as a whole, it's a very small part. But there are plenty of people who receive more than the average income of Japanese people today. If you come to urban areas, there are many supermarkets and hotels that cater to such people.
Comparing the lives of the local people we saw on the road we passed yesterday to where I am now, I realize a very large disparity. And the area we're going to tomorrow is an even poorer area. To know what the wealthy eat and live like now is a good opportunity to understand the reality of Congo. Can payments be made in US dollars?
Yes, you can in US dollars.
Are US dollars also in circulation?
Yes, it is.
Among the wealthy?
Well, yes, I guess so. The more expensive items are paid for in dollars. When you go to a local market or a local restaurant, payment is made in Congolese francs.
We're done shopping, and now we're going to pack the stuff we bought into the car. Oh, as we discussed, there is a UN car in the parking lot. The UN is the abbreviation for United Nations. In less secure areas, such as Eastern Congo, it is common to see UN-related vehicles on the road. If I make the mistake of shooting a military person while taking a video in the street, I may be told, "What are you filming?" And they may get angry and confiscate my camera or order me to delete the data. I am shooting with a lot of tension. Let's go to the street for a minute.
With that little camera, you don't have to worry about being noticed.
Yes, with the Osmo Pocket, people don't seem to notice. But I am nervous about shooting video.
Thank you.
We returned to the hotel from inside the city of Bukavu. Although we were only able to go shopping at the supermarket, I am happy if I have given you some insight into the lives of the wealthy people who live in Bukavu, what they buy, and what they eat. I was shocked at the disparity of wealth that Congo is facing. Mr. Ogawa of Terra Renaissance, who has been involved in Congo for 20 years, explained many things to me, and I learned a lot myself. However, I found it very difficult to shoot in the Bukavu. When I first tried to start shooting with the big camera, the driver told me, "Put the camera away." I was angered. There are also military personnel standing in places in the Bukavu, so if they see me filming with my camera, I risk being stopped, questioned about what I was filming, ordered to erase my data, or worse, have my camera confiscated. It is really difficult. I think I have not worked this hard and nervous to shoot a video since I visited Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, last year. Ukraine was also at war and the situation was very sensitive, so I had to be very careful when shooting. But perhaps Eastern Congo is even more difficult than that. I never imagined that it would be so difficult to shoot a video in the Eastern Congo. However, when we go to Kalonge, a village we will visit tomorrow, I hear that it is easier to shoot because there are many people who know Terra Renaissance, a Japanese aid group, and it is not as crowded as Bukavu. This video may not have been very interesting, but we will move from Bukavu to Kalonge tomorrow to cover the lives of people living in the Eastern Congo. I will have a hard schedule again tomorrow, so I will take a good rest today. I am doing my best in Congo, and I hope you will support me by clicking the like button or subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching to the end. See you again in my next video.